Hello and welcome to your virtual open evening for A-level music at HSDC Alton. My name is Camilla and I am one of two A-level music lecturers at the campus. I'm joined by David and between us we split the course 50-50. I focus on the composition element of the course and I teach that completely, whereas David focuses on performance and he's head of performance. And then between us, we split the appraising, the third element of the course. So our ethos is that we want to create a nurturing environment for you to grow as a musician. So if you're passionate about music and playing your instrument, this is really the course for you. You'll study music creatively, practically and theoretically. And we have a little bit of a focus on performing or composing. It's up to you really what you choose to focus on. So the music department at Alton is really bubbly and buzzing with a really friendly atmosphere. We have a collaboration between years, so you'll really get to know each other. Lots of opportunities for performance throughout your time at college and after, and lots of wonderful enrichments. So orchestra, choir, which David will tell you more about, and jazz band. And I run a music theory enrichment to support your studies as well. Okay, let me just move myself over. So the course is EduCAS A-level music, which is fairly new. We've chosen this because it's a lot more holistic than the other exam boards with lots of freedom to tailor to your needs. So there are still three elements: composing, performing and appraising. For the composing, which I teach, there are two compositions. The first is free, which is up to 4 minutes and it's completely free. Western classical composition is the second one, so you have to compose in the style of the classical tradition and use some techniques from that, which is a really good exercise to have a go at. Then, of course, you've got performance recital, which David will coach you in, and then you've got your final 2-hour listening/essay-based exam, which might be a little bit scary that you've got to write essays, but it's a really great skill to have, and to write about music is again a really good skill to have. So if you wanted to focus on performing, you would submit 2 compositions and then do a longer performance recital of 10 minutes. If you wanted to focus on composing, you would do an extra third composition and then your performance recital time would be dropped. What we recommend, however, is that you focus on performance because adding a couple of extra minutes to your performance is a little bit different to adding a whole new composition. So that's what we recommend. But again, there is that freedom to tailor it to your needs. There's a little bit of a common misconception that music A-level is just for classical musicians, and this is really not the case. So we've got a really bubbling department with loads of teachers from lots of different backgrounds, from jazz to rock and pop. And myself and David are classical musicians, but we study music from all backgrounds. And of course, the skills are transferable. So the freedom of the course means that you get to decide what to perform and what you want to compose for that first composition. Okay, so in terms of course structure on a weekly basis, there are 2 sessions a week for 2.5 hours, which is just the same as across the college. This means we get to really dive into things and get stuck into composing or listening to music or appraising. Alongside that, you'll also have a one-to-one performance coaching session every week, and that's with David. So in terms of the course requirements, you'll need 5 GCSEs at grade 4. That's just for the A-level programme, but you will also be around grade 5 standard on an instrument and perhaps have achieved GCSE music, although it's not essential. All that we need you to do is demonstrate that you've got a good foundational knowledge of theory, which might mean that you've got grade 5 theory. But you'll be able to have an informal audition at interview, so you can discuss this with your interviewer then. Lovely, so that's it from me. I'll pass you over to David to say a quick hello, but we really look forward to welcoming you to HSDC Alton and to the music department. So very best wishes and bye-bye for now.
Hello, my name is David, and as you've just heard, I share the teaching of A-level music here with Camilla. In particular, I take responsibility for all aspects of performance and performance coaching. And one of the almost unique things about studying here is that we're able to offer a weekly one-to-one session for every student so we can really concentrate on every aspect of your performance. This is one of the things that we pride ourselves on, and it does provide quite a unique element to the course here. In addition, we really do encourage all students to take part in the weekly choral rehearsals and orchestral rehearsals in preparation for the concerts that we put on, usually 2 or 3 every academic year. And these concerts display a very wide variety of music of all types. And that is one of the really unique things about this college, is that we encourage every conceivable type of music, every style, every genre, and indeed every ability. And I think it makes a really, really unusual atmosphere here. There isn't that kind of fierce competition that you get in some institutions, but instead we embrace and encourage absolutely everyone. I do hope you will consider coming to join us, and we look forward to seeing you in due course. Bye for now.
Hello and welcome. My name is Niall and I am here to talk about the A-Level Music Tech at Alton College. It's a fabulous course which is highly resourced. The teaching staff are excellent, with plenty of industry experience. Personally, I have made many records and worked in many bands and recording studios. The course is a 2-year course with a set of 2 exams at the end of the 2-year period, plus 2 externally assessed projects. What will you be doing with your time here? Well, alongside a lot of technical studies and research, you will be spending a lot of time in practical environments such as this recording studio. Alongside learning to record music and speech and bands and all other things, you will also spend plenty of time learning a digital audio workstation. The digital audio workstation of choice here is Logic Pro X, running on an Apple Mac. There are plenty of underpinning skills which you will spend time at home and in libraries and similar places researching, allowing you to become a fully autonomous practitioner. The kind of career paths that this will lead on to is, of course, performance in general, but also working in media departments, working for radio stations. Essentially, all the skills are very much transferable skills, but based around music production. Of course, one obvious option after completing the A-Level is to go on to a higher education course, of which there are many locally and further afield. HSDC runs some excellent courses down at South Downs, just down the road. Alongside, there's plenty of options in the local area around Guildford and similar places. The course is split into 4 components. The first one is a recording, where you will spend much time in an environment like this. The second is a technology-based composition unit, where you will spend time developing composition skills on a computer. The third unit is about listening and analysing music. Of course, with any subjects, it's important that you understand the tools, which are your ears, and how they work, and how to break down pieces of music. The fourth unit is production and analysis, which allows you to build on the previous 3 skills and hopefully come up with some amazing music, whilst passing the qualification to the best of your ability.
Hi, my name's John Moline. I'm the course leader for the Level 3 Diploma and Extended Diploma in Music Performance and Production that we run here at HSDC Alton. They're fantastic courses. The Diploma we run over 2 years. This will give you the equivalent of 1.5 A-levels and can be studied with other A-levels to give you a full set. We also, though, can run it as in a single year as a full-time course. The second year can then be run as a full-time course as well, and that will give you an extended diploma, which is actually worth 3 A-levels. UALs are universally recognised, and they are very much based on industry practice. The structure of the course is that the diploma is made up of eight separate units. Students have to do the full complement of all 8. The first 7 of those units are just graded as passes or fails. You have to pass everything to get the qualification. The final 8th one will then give you the your overall grade of pass, merit or distinction. For the extended diploma, which is the full-time course that we run, at the end of the second year, the last 2 units are graded as pass, merit or distinction, and that will then give you your overall grade. In terms of the title of it, music performance and production, these courses are very much based on the performance side. That's not to say there's no production, but production can mean lots of different things. As well as working in wonderful studios like this, it can also mean actually putting together gigs. One of the great things about this course is that in terms of where you can go afterwards, obviously we are preparing you for a life as a musician. So we do talk about industry practice, we do talk about different actually revenue streams, and you can find that people have used these skills to actually end up working in theatres, end up working in all forms of the entertainment industry. But as well as that, a lot of the skills are transferable, because you need to be organised, you need to be creative, you need to be disciplined, and so on and so forth, all the things that employers look for. On top of that, we have the vast majority of our students go on to higher education. Some will go to South Downs, where there's a higher education course, also in music performance and production. But equally, we have many students that go on to university and later they make their living either as musicians performing, or perhaps even moving across more to the production and studio side. Please do consider the course, because it is really great fun as well. During the course you'll actually form bands. We do a number of gigs through the year, and some of those gigs you will actually not only perform at, but you will actually organise as well. So it really does give you a full complement of the skills that you need to be a working musician in the modern age. Thanks very much.
Hi there, my name's Andy Booth and I head up the jazz course at Alton College. The UAL awarding body, Level 3 Diploma in Music Production and Performance, has been designed to provide students with the skills, knowledge and understanding necessary to access and progress to degree level study and employment in the performing arts sector. It provides an opportunity for those who have an interest in music to explore, develop and test their creativity with a qualification structure which is stimulating and demanding, and provides a supportive transition from general to more specialised study. It is generally delivered over 1 year and will enable learners to develop a portfolio of work that could support progression into a range of higher education courses. The course is split into 8 units over 1 year. 7 of these units are formatively assessed on a pass or fail basis. Unit 8 is externally assessed by UAL. The purpose of the qualification is further defined by its aims, which are to enable the candidate to have a critical and contextual awareness of different perspectives and approaches within music performance and production, or related subjects of study or work. Research, analyse and evaluate relevant information and ideas in order to develop creative solutions. Understand, adapt and safely use appropriate and practical methods and skills for creative production. Solving complex problems through application of practical, theoretical and technical knowledge. Critically review the effectiveness and appropriateness of methods, actions and results, and use evaluative and reflective skills in order to take responsibility for their own learning, development and decision making. We have a proud tradition of sending our alumni to some of the best HE institutions in the country, such as Middlesex, Royal Birmingham Conservatoire, Leeds College of Music, Guildhall School of Music, Royal Welsh College of Music, the Royal Academy of Music in London, Trinity Laban Conservatoire of Music and Dance, and these are just some of the universities in which you could continue your studies at HE. Alton is now part of the HSDC group of colleges, which includes South Downs College. Now this gives our jazz students an additional access to performance opportunities and guest speakers and former alumni from all the corners of the music industry, as well as opportunities to perform at Victoria's Festival in Portsmouth. Now, jazz is the most challenging and rewarding music that an aspiring musician can choose to dedicate themselves towards. The study of jazz by its nature demands excellence through the fostering of a rigorous practice regime and the application and realisation of this through improvisation and collaborative ensemble work. Learning to listen, being reactive and developing mature teamworking ability, while also having the opportunity to develop leadership qualities in a directing role, leading ensembles in the performance of both jazz standards and original compositions. Students will seek to understand the complex history of jazz and its context within the 20th and 21st century. We seek to give the students on our jazz course the necessary skills to be able to develop a career within the music industry in the 21st century. A strong emphasis on songwriting, coupled with the ability to use studio and DAW systems like Logic Pro X to realise newly created music. With a focus on how the music industry operates and how to effectively engage with it through networking and promotion, ensuring students have the skill set to operate totally independently in the modern music industry.
My name's Izzy and I went to Amory Hill School in Alton. I play the piano, the clarinet and the tenor saxophone. I tend to just stick to playing the tenor saxophone on the jazz course because it's most relevant to the genre, and also it's the instrument that I want to develop my understanding on so that I can then go and play other saxophones like the soprano sax or the alto sax in the future for different ensembles and jazz bands. My favourite bit about the course is probably being able to discuss the genre as a group and talk about new musicians and new emerging jazz scenes. I find that really interesting, and I also love playing as a smaller group because my ensemble that I play in outside of the course is a big band, so it's nice to be able to develop my skills in improvisation and gigging and everything to do with jazz really. So yeah, I would really recommend the course. It's one of my favourite subjects.